Well, hello, Penny.
Oh, hi.
Nice to see you. I'm Greg.
Oh, yeah, we spoke on the phone.
Yes, we did. Would you like to take a seat?
Yeah.
Go ahead. So, we did get to speak on the phone a little bit about the things that brought you to consider seeking treatment. I know you said that you were feeling a little anxious. You were having a little bit of problems functioning at school.
Yeah.
Could you fill me in a little more on that?
Well, I mean, I've been going to school for a while. I'm a senior now in college.
Okay.
And I was always a good student. Everything's always been fine. I'm successful as a student. You know, I do well. But this year has just been really hard. I mean, I'm approaching my last semester, and I'm about to graduate. So I'm just really nervous about getting to the real world, and I'm in danger of failing a couple of classes, which never happens, and I'm so anxious all the time, partly because of that, because I try to study really hard until I feel really tired, but I need to stay on top of it in order to not fail, and it's all just everywhere.
Okay. The anxiety that you're feeling, that anxious feeling, is everywhere?
It feels like that.
Okay.
Yeah, because it's been going on for, let's see, about to be November now.
Would you say since the beginning of the semester?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's at least been something like that this year.
For the last maybe 3 months or so?
I think that's a good estimate.
Now you say most of this is related to school, as far as looking forward to exams and the end of the semester. Is that where you say most of your feelings of anxiousness are coming from?
It's definitely it's a lot around school and classes, and I just want to do well, and I want to be in a position where I'm competitive for a job. But there's certain things I just don't feel like I have control over, no matter how much I study, and it's getting to be a lot.
Okay. Now you told me on the phone you're a pre-law student?
Yeah.
Okay. And would you be looking to potentially be going to law school as well? Or are you just focused on more just post-graduate employment?
Right now, I just want to be a law clerk for a little while to kind of get my feet wet.
Right.
Maybe grad school later. I mean, I do think about my LSAT, because one day, I'm assuming I'm going to like the job and want to go to grad school, but it's kind of like both at the same time, because I know that the LSAT is in my future, assuming nothing catastrophic happens, if I manage to rope a job as a clerk, law clerk.
You said you're used to being successful in school, but you're failing a few classes as of now.
Yes.
What do you think is contributing to the failing of the courses? Is it based solely on your feelings of anxiety, or is it more or less just you're not focusing on school?
Well, I feel, I mean, I only have so much energy. I'm not constantly flowing with it. And I feel like so much of it is being eaten up by me just trying to keep all that anxiety under control. Because it's been going on for so long, I just feel burnt out. So whenever I try to study, I can't stick to it. I'll be reading, I can't.
So you're losing a lot of energy to do the things that you expect of yourself.
Right.
Okay.
Which, of course, because I can't perform, that doesn't make me feel good either. And if I can't perform, then I can't get a good job. Law right now is pretty competitive, and I don't feel like I have control right now. I can't put a cap on my feelings, and so I can't perform. If I can't perform, then I can't get a job, and if I can't get a job, then well, I don't know what I'm gonna do.
So you feel like it's kind of a snowball where you're starting with one small problem, but it leads you to think about all the other things that you might have going on. Okay.
Right. The future is not. This isn't where I thought I would be. It's not as straightforward as I thought it would be.
Okay. Now you did say, you said to me that you're feeling a little bit out of control. Is that leading to any out of control behaviors? Maybe drug use, excessive alcohol use? What is your relationship with those substances?
If anything, I'm drinking less. I used to go to a bar with my friends to relax, but I'm trying to study so hard that I never go out anymore. So no, and then I know some people like will take Adderall to study, but I haven't broken into that.
So these symptoms lasted, you said they been around for about 3 months, okay?
Yes.
Have you ever felt these things before?
You mean before college?
Before this last 3-month period?
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, in order to be a good student, you have to have a certain measure of motivation. So I always was kind of concerned with not failing and everything like that. Like those themes have always been present, but I've always been on top of it. It always came easy to me. But it's just with the approaching, like I'm not going to be a student anymore, at least for a little while. I'm not used to that. I mean, I've been going to school. I mean, my mom put me in an early preschool, and I've been in school for so long. I can't imagine not being a student. I don't know how I'm going to adjust.
Seems to me that you're saying you always have been a pretty high achiever, and you've had goals for yourself for quite a while.
Oh yeah.
Do you think you're putting too much pressure on yourself?
I mean, I've always felt like putting pressure on myself was necessary in order to be a good student. I have some friends who aren't particularly ambitious, which is fine. It works for them. I'm not one to judge, but they don't get as much accomplished, and it's never been out of check. I don't feel like I expect unreasonable things. Given what school I'm going to, I don't expect to go to Harvard or anything, but I expect to at least have a good resume. I thought it was realistic.
Okay. So prior to the last few months, you've never had any treatment for any kind of any other mood feelings or cognitive issues? Have you ever had to go through anything, any hospitalization of any type?
Well, this is nothing like a hospitalization. In high school, I was dating a boy that I liked very much, and we broke up because of my youth. Because I wasn't willing to stay in the area to go to college, to get involved with law and my goals. So I was really upset about that freshman year. I was trying to adjust to that, so I saw a school counselor a couple of times. But I had a solid AB average freshman year, and I wouldn't say that it affected me as bad as whatever this is now.
Did you think it was beneficial to meet with that person?
I think it helped. I was able to get things off my chest. I don't really like talking to my friends whenever I'm very upset, because I've always been taught that you need to make your successes look effortless. So I never wanted to let on that
you say it's a fair assessment to say that school is something that really brought on this change in feelings, especially the anxiety that you saying is something that's causing an issue for you? Would you say school is the main problem?
Well, I mean, I kind of have an ambivalent relationship with school. I mean, definitely my problems are focused on school-related things like the test and wanting to perform well and wanting to have a good resume. So I'd say you're right on that. But at the same time, I enjoy being a student, and I've gotten a lot of self-esteem with the consistent success that I've had. So, it's a mixed bag.
How are your views towards meeting more regularly and addressing some of these issues that you've been dealing with?
Well, I don't mind it. I just don't like feeling like I'm losing it, or I'm not crazy, it's just a lot. It's been around for a while. But I don't want to talk to my friends or anybody, so if it would help, if this is what I need to do in order to be a good student and do good work,